I'm going over to Molly's house now, Vera told her sister Violet. That's stupid, Violet said. You always go to her house. If she was a real friend, she'd come to our house to visit you. Every day, Vera heard the same complaint from her sister Violet. She didn't mind going to Molly's house. Really, she didn't. What she minded were her sister's comments. One day, her mother heard the sisters arguing. You just don't understand, Vera cried. I understand that Molly doesn't like you enough to come visit you, Violet said. Vera shouted at her. That's not true! Their mother burst into their bedroom. Children, she said, stop fighting. Vera ran to her mother and wrapped her arms around her. Violet, her mother said, that's enough. But, Mommy, said Violet, it's not fair that Vera always has to go to Molly's house. What kind of friendship is that? Thinking for a moment, their mother told the girls to sit down. I'm going to tell you a story, she said. Long ago, there was the most unlikely of friendships. Leopard and Fire were the best of friends. They visited with each other nearly every single day. But it was Leopard who always made the trip to see his friend Fire. Leopard didn't mind traveling through the jungle to see Fire, but his wife minded. What kind of friend makes you always go to see him, but never comes to see you? She asked. It's not fair. Day after day, Leopard tried to defend his friend Fire, but his wife kept on complaining. Finally, Leopard decided he would prove his wife was wrong. He would insist that Fire come to his house and meet his wife. Of course, Fire had all sorts of excuses. I don't like to go far from my home and family, he said. But Fire, Leopard said, I'm not fond of leaving my home either. But if I didn't, I would never see you. And I enjoy your company. And I enjoy yours, Fire agreed. Fine. Even though I do not think it is a good idea, I will travel across the jungle to your home. Just make sure you make a path of dry leaves that will lead me to your house. Overjoyed, Leopard did exactly as Fire asked, carefully placing one dry leaf after another all the way home. When he arrived, he announced his good news to his wife. Clapping her paws together, she squealed, "Wonderful! I will prepare a special meal for your friend. We will share a feast." She busied herself cooking and cleaning until the house looked and smelled simply wonderful. Leopard saw how excited she was. I never realized how lonely my wife must have been every day when I left her to go to my friend's house, he said to himself. I had never thought about her feelings. The next day, Leopard and his wife heard a terrible crackling sound outside their door. It was getting closer and closer. Leopard opened the front door and gasped. There was smoke everywhere, and his friend Fire was in the midst of it. He was burning hotter and brighter than Leopard had ever seen. Within seconds, the house caught on fire. As the flames flickered on their backs, Leopard grabbed his frightened wife and they jumped through the window. Rolling on the ground, they put out the flames. "Oh, look," Leopard's wife said. "Our house is ruined." "Yes," Leopard said, "and look at our beautiful fur." Black spots covered the leopards where their friend Fire had touched them. "So that's how leopards got their spots?" Vera asked. "According to the legend," her mother said, "that's how they got their spots." "But what does that have to do with Molly never coming over to our house?" Violet asked. "It's not like she's on fire or anything, right?" "Vera," said her mother, "don't you think it's time to tell your sister about Molly?" "But, Mommy, she just doesn't understand," Vera said. "Understand what?" Violet asked. Their mother thought it was time to clear up the confusion. The reason Molly doesn't come to our house to visit Vera is because Molly can't walk. Our house isn't set up for a wheelchair. "She's in a wheelchair?" Violet asked. "Why didn't you just tell me that, Vera?" Her sister looked down. "I didn't tell you because that's not what's important about Molly. She is my very best friend, and if that means I have to go to her house, then that's what I'll do." Violet looked sad. "I'm sorry, Vera." Then she had an idea. "Hey, maybe you can take me along to Molly's house so she can be my friend too." They all laughed, agreeing that was the best idea ever.